Good morning, everybody. One of you please confirm if my voice is clear and you're able to see my presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. In yesterday's class, we started analyzing multi-stage amplifiers. Okay, two types of multi-stage amplifiers. We have cascading connection, cascode connection. Between two stages, okay, if the output of one stage acts as input to the other stage, it is cascade connection. If there is one transistor above the other, then it is cascode connection. We have seen all this in detail, okay, and we have seen an example of cascode amplifier. Okay, we have discussed the general process. General process is, first we will take the amplifier circuit, then we will go for what, how to analyze an amplifier circuit. First, what will you do, what analysis or what equivalent circuit you will use? Yes, what is the process? Please answer. We will go for what equivalent for the given circuit? Yes, very easy question, because see, why am I asking again and again same thing? Because process is same any circuit. Okay, so yeah, please tell me, given the circuit, how will you analyze? What is the first step? You will go for AC equivalent or DC equivalent? What equivalent?
AC equivalent.
Very good. We will go for AC equivalent. Okay, first step, AC equivalent. This is the AC equivalent we have discussed. Then next, what? Replace the transistor by, what is the next step? Replace transistor by what? Please answer. By its equivalent circuit. Okay, replace transistor by its H parameter equivalent circuit, and this is how the circuit will look like. We have already seen this, right? Now, if I analyze such circuit, then the result I get are for the overall amplifier. We have seen this. Also, we have started analyzing such circuit. Okay, we have started analyzing such circuit in the previous class. This was the circuit. Okay, this was the same equivalent circuit. For convenience, I have redrawn it here. Then next, I told you very simple, KCL, KVL, you will use. Understanding of what is gain. Gain is voltage. Okay, voltage gain is output voltage by input voltage. Just based on the simple understanding, we will get the expressions for voltage gain, current gain, input resistance. Okay, fine. But something which is little bit difficult is the output resistance. Okay, so that again I want to discuss in detail, right? The output resistance again I want to discuss in detail. So I want answer. Now this is the circuit. How to find output resistance? What are the rules? What are the rules to find output resistance? Yes, please answer. Source we will replace by what? Vs we will replace by
Short circuit.
very good.
Short circuit.
Very good. Vs replaced by short circuit. Very good. RL replaced by what? Open circuit. Okay.
Open.
So see, Vs replaced by short circuit, RL replaced by open circuit. Then connect an external voltage source here. Okay, connect an external voltage source. How will you measure resistance? Connect a voltage source, current drawn from the voltage source. You will measure the voltage source value divided by the current drawn from it will give you the output resistance. Simple. Okay, so to make it easier, let us redraw that circuit. Let us redraw that circuit. For convenience, I have redrawn that here. Okay, for convenience, I have redrawn it here. So what I am doing, I am applying these rules. Rule number 1: don't measure resistance in live circuit. Okay, now I am measuring resistance at the output terminal. Okay, because I want to find output resistance. My aim is finding R0. Okay, my aim is finding R0. To find R0, I should have only the source connected at the output terminals. No other source should be present. No other source should be present. What is the other source? Okay, this should not be present. Vs should not be present means I should replace Vs with short circuit. Okay, replace Vs with short circuit. So this is the circuit. Vs replaced with short circuit. Remaining Rs, Rb, Hie as it is. Rs, Rb, Hie as it is. So first rule we have applied. Second rule, RL open circuit. Why RL open circuit? See, it is like this. Suppose, see, in your home you have fan, switch, everything. You are switching off fan. Is the light affected? Can anybody give me answer? I have fan switch. If I turning off the fan switch, is the light getting affected?
No, sir.
Why? What is the reason? How are they connected? Are they connected in parallel or series? How are they connected?
Parallel.
Yes. Okay. See, all in your home, your light, fan, whatever equipment you have, they are all connected in parallel. So important point, key point is whenever any components are connected in parallel, pull out one component. Okay, pull out one component, then the other is not affected. The other is not affected. It happens when source is, see, it is like this: 230 volt connected to fan, 230 volt connected to your bulb. Okay, right? Now what is happening? If I remove this fan connection, still 230 is connected to bulb, isn't it? So what I want to try to say is, if I pull out this RL, okay, if I pull out this RL, the remaining circuit is not affected. The remaining circuit is not affected because I said I am connecting a new source here, right? So I am connecting a new source here. I am pulling out this RL. I have pulled out the RL. Remaining circuit I kept as it is. Now when I analyze, okay, the resistance at the output terminals, that will give resistance without RL. How to get overall resistance? After finding resistance here, take the resultant value in parallel with RL. Use the formula: two resistors in parallel, R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay. So here output resistance R0 and RL I pulled out. So if I want to get the effect using RL, I will take the parallel combination of R0 and RL. Okay. So again, I am repeating, this is very tricky. Okay. But same method for any circuit, right? See, I am explaining this very clearly because I want you to directly, boldly attempt a new circuit. Okay. So next I will show you one new circuit. After this, I want answers from you, not just one person. Okay. It is not enough only one person is answering. All your, okay, all your videos are recorded as well as monitored very carefully, right? So who is answering, who is not answering, right, who is not responding, everything are recorded, right? Okay. And so be very careful. Question is asked, please answer. So whoever answers, the response will be recorded. Okay. So the process for finding output resistance, rule number 1, Vs short circuit. Okay. So Vs short circuit. Rule number 2, pull out RL. Okay. Pull out RL. I am switching off fan, remaining lights, whatever other are connected, they are not affected. Still the functionality is intact. Okay. So again, I repeat, point number 1, everybody understood VS replaced by short circuit. VS replaced by short circuit. Point number 2, pull out RL. Point number 2, pulled out RL. Now here put a voltage source. Here we put a voltage source. Right? Remaining circuit as it is. Now current drawn from the voltage source will be this, isn't it? When you look at the circuit, you can understand that the current drawn from this source is this. So simply V0 divided by this current will give us the output resistance. Okay. So here V0 divided by HFE IB2 will give us the R0. Okay. So V0 divided by HFE IB2 will give us the what? R0. Okay. Vs is equals to 0. We already did, right? No RL, isn't it? Okay. I told you RL is there or not there. The remaining analysis is doesn't affect. Fan I switch on, lights, remaining equipments are not affected. Okay. So I need not mention. Okay. So far all good. Now, okay. Now all we need to do is find out what is IB2. Then I get R0. Okay. Find out what is IB2. Here, first, okay. If I want IB2, here, okay, let me take KCL. Let me take KCL at E2. What is KCL at E2? Sum of currents entering is equal to sum of currents leaving. What is that? One of you please answer. Please answer.
HFE IB2 plus IB2 is equals to HFE IB1.
Very good. HFE IB2 plus IB2 is equal to HFE IB1. Okay, right? Now, see here. To find R0, to the existing circuit, we made modifications. However, this part is still intact. We did not make any changes here. This part, we did not make any changes. We made changes here, we made changes here, we made changes here. This part means these three components, HFE IB1, HIE, HFE IB2. This one we did not disturb. So, whatever the KCL equation which you now told, okay, it is valid for both circuits. Yesterday, the same KCL equation we wrote, we gave it equation number 3. Can I use it the same equation? Yes or no? This node I didn't make modification, okay, for finding output resistance. So the KCL equation which I used earlier, okay, I can reuse it. Okay. This you have to be very careful, right? I can only reuse equation number 3 because this part for, okay, for finding R0, this part remained the same. Remaining changes I made, but this part is as it is. This part is as it is means this is the same KCL equation which we got yesterday. Okay. So the same KCL equation I will reuse. Equation number 3. Okay. This one, this is the same equation which your friend has told just now. HFE IB2 plus IB2 is equal to HFE IB1. IB2 I will take common. I will cross multiply HFE IB1 by HFE plus 1. Similar derivation what we did in yesterday's class. So I won't redo, I will directly take this. Equation number 3, I will directly take. Okay. So I got IB2. Why I need IB2? Why I need IB2? Because R naught is V naught divided by HFE IB2. V naught divided by HFE IB2. So IB2 I have to replace here. Okay, right? But from equation 3, IB2 is related to IB1. Okay, so I should find out what is IB1. I should find out what is IB1. How can I get IB1? Right? I am finding R naught, so I should only see this circuit. Okay, I am finding R naught. I should ignore all my previous circuits. I should see only this circuit. Here my IB1 is. Okay. RS, RB, they are in what? Series or parallel? Anybody give answer?
Parallel.
Very good. RS, RB, they both are in parallel. I can replace by a single resistor. Okay. I can replace by a single equivalent resistor. Parallel combination of RS and RB. Now, what will be the current flowing through this single equivalent resistor? Look at this circuit and tell me what will be the current flowing through this single equivalent resistor. One of you please answer. RS,
So there is
RB.
no source.
No, yeah, no source. Okay, good. Zero current flows. Okay, no source, zero current flows. Right, correct answer. But anyway, let us first, we have taken variable IB1 here. Okay, IB1. So actually, the parallel combination RS, RB, you can view it, you can see it as a single resistor. RS, RB parallel combination, you can see it as a single resistor. The current through that single resistor is IB1. Okay, the current through that single resistor is IB1. Later on, now we will prove that IB1 is 0. This is what your friend said, it is 0. She has seen no source and she has told 0. Now mathematically, we will prove that IB1 is actually 0. Anyway, just by looking at this, the KVL equation will be IB1 multiplied by parallel combination of RS and RB. Okay, plus this voltage drop. Okay, which is IB1 into HI. You need not remember anything. I repeat, need not remember anything. Two resistors in parallel. I can replace by single resistor. Okay. Then to that I am applying KVL. Right. So two resistors replaced by single resistor. And the current passing through that equivalent resistor is IB1. So the overall voltage across these two resistors will be IB1 into RS parallel RB. Then the voltage here will be IB1 into HI. Okay. Can anybody tell me the overall KVL equation here? Overall KVL equation. Only two terms, right? One is HI, another is RS parallel RB. Okay. Only two. One is HI, another is RS parallel RB. Only two resistors. And the current flowing through these two resistors is same, IB1. Okay. So one of you please give me the KVL equation here. Fast please. Anybody? See, KVL is sum of voltages is equal to 0. Okay. How to get voltage resistance into current? Fortunately, these two resistors are in parallel. I can replace by single resistance. I will call it as, I can replace it by single resistance. That single resistance I will call it as RS parallel RB. Okay. Now, through this single resistance, the current flowing is IB1. Okay. So, the voltage drop across this single equivalent resistance is RS parallel RB into IB1. Okay. The voltage drop across these, okay, means across B1 E1. Voltage drop across B1 E1 is IB1 multiplied by RS parallel RB. So, RS parallel RB multiplied by IB1. That is the voltage across B1 E1. Considering these two. Next, in that loop, there is one more HIE. Okay, there is one more HIE. Here, the voltage drop will be HIE into IB1. Okay, so plus HIE into IB1. Voltage drop here and then voltage drop here. Add those two is equal to 0. Okay, so I add those two is equal to 0. I take IB1 common, IB1 into RS parallel RB plus HIE. Okay, we know that the resistances are not 0. If the resistances are not, if the resistances are 0, then you end up damaging the transistor. Okay, so resistances are not 0, so obviously IB1 has to be 0, right? Again, just you can look at this circuit and say no source, so IB1 0, right? That also is possible. If KCL, KVL you find somewhat difficult, just you can look at this circuit and say there is no source here, there is no bridge for current to flow from here, so obviously IB1 is 0. This is how your friend has answered. Okay, IB1 is 0. Next, we discussed equation 3 is valid. Just now we discussed equation 3 is valid for this circuit, finding R0, because this part of the circuit we did not modify. Okay, so if IB1 is 0, what is IB2? Can anybody give me answer? If
Zero.
IB, very good. Okay, so if IB1 is 0, IB2 is 0. Okay, good. So if IB2 is 0, what is R0? If IB2 is 0, R0 is
Infinity.
infinity. Very good. Okay, R0 is infinity, right? So clear how to find voltage gain, how to find current gain, how to find input resistance. We discussed in the last class in detail. How to find output resistance. Today again we discussed, yesterday also we discussed, today we discussed again in very much detail. Okay, that's it. This is the process for analyzing any given amplifier circuit. Okay, first take the amplifier circuit, go for AC equivalent. In the AC equivalent, replace the transistor by its H parameter model. If the question says exact model, use exact model, or if the question says approximate model, use approximate model. Then apply simple KCL, KVL. Okay, find voltage gain, current gain, input resistance. For output resistance, few conditions you will apply, like Vs is equal to 0. Okay, load you will remove, put an external voltage source, measure the voltage source value divided by the current drawn from the source. Whatever you get, that will be the output resistance for that circuit. Okay, clear? Right? Now, let us see further what are the analysis we can do. Okay, right? For example, for measuring output resistance, I ignored RL, right? Okay, what happens if I have that RL? What happens if I have that RL? Okay, then also this RB, okay, I didn't consider the effect of this RB. I started analyzing from HIE towards the right. What happens if I consider this effect also? We will discuss. Okay, why we are doing that is See, it is like this. We have a, okay, we have a whole mathematical computation, right? The center computation we are first performing, then this center main computation after we are performing. To that we are adding, okay, what is the role of RB, okay, that separately we are calculating. Okay, what is the role of RL, load resistance, that we are calculating separately. Okay, standard process, most of the authors do that, so we are doing the same. Okay, now we will, right, see the effect of this one RB and then the, right, RL. Your circuit also has RB, it also has RL. Okay, so here considering the effect of resistors R3 and R4. If you remember yesterday, R3, R4, when we considered equivalent circuit, they were in parallel. Okay, when we considered equivalent circuit, R4 was from this point to ground, R3 was this point to ground. So that equivalent we have considered, okay, R3, R4. When I took AC equivalent, they appear to be in parallel. That I called it as RB. Where RB is parallel combination of R3 and R4. Okay. So here RB. Okay. So far I analyzed circuit left towards the right of RB. So far, whatever circuit I have analyzed, I analyzed towards the right of RB. Now, effect of RB we are considering. Okay. So here when we consider the effect of RB, okay, what happens? This RB is simply in parallel with the input resistance. Input resistance, yesterday we found out it is simply HIE, because when I look into the terminals B1 and E1 towards right, there was only one term HIE. So the input resistance was HIE. But now I want to consider the overall effect. So I am taking RB. Okay. So the overall resistance at the input will be RB parallel HIE. What is RB? RB is R3 parallel R4. Okay. So the overall resistance at the input side will be HIE in parallel with R3 in parallel with R4. Okay. So here we are writing HIE in parallel with R3 in parallel with R4. Okay. So this is considering the effect of resistors R3 and R4, the overall input resistance. Likewise, okay, likewise, right, see, whenever I am connecting fan, okay, right, bulb, if I am switching off fan, bulb is not affected. That is fine, because the supply to the bulb is not affected. However, okay, the overall equivalent resistance is changing. Okay, the overall equivalent resistance gets affected, right? The voltage is not affected, but the overall resistance is affected, isn't it? Okay, 10 kilo ohm in parallel with 10 kilo ohm. If I connect a constant voltage 5, if I remove this resistance, still the 10 volt is available to the other resistor. Okay, but now the equivalent resistance has changed. When both resistances are same, when both resistances are there, the equivalent resistance was 5 kilo ohm, but now it is changing to 10 kilo ohm. What I want to say is, fan switch, okay, you switch off, switch on, no problem, others are working. Okay, right, switch off fan, one fan you switch off, other fans not affected. isn't it? If it is on, it is on. If it is off, it is off. It is not affected. But the equivalent resistance changes. Okay. So that is the reason we can analyze them separately for voltage gain. Okay. We can analyze separately, right? For output resistance, we can analyze separately, but then, right? Then to get the overall, you can simply take the parallel combination. What I want to say is, okay, what I want to say is here for finding output resistance, we ignored RL. Now to consider the effect of RL, we will take the output resistance, whatever we got, in parallel with RL, and that we will say as the overall output resistance. Okay. So overall output resistance considering load is actually R naught parallel with RL. But just now we have discussed, because IB2 is 0, R naught is infinity. So directly I can write R infinity parallel with RL. Infinity means open circuit, nothing is connected. Nothing was connected earlier. Now when I consider effect of RL, RL is now connected, right? Nothing RL, only RL. So overall resistance is RL. Okay. Right? Fine. So we have carefully analyzed, okay, an amplifier circuit. First, the central part we analyzed. First, this central part we analyzed. Then slowly we included this, right? Sometimes in exam they will say consider effect of VL, consider the effect of RS also. Sometimes they will say consider the effect of RS also, right? Then that also we will include. Okay. Again, I am repeating. First, standard process, we will neglect this one, this one, this one. We will neglect first. Only the central part we will analyze as we have done now. Then to get the overall input resistance, we will consider the effect of this. To get the overall output resistance, we consider the effect of this. Okay, right? Next class, we will also see how this RS, okay, changes your or affects your circuit. We will see that in the next class. Today, what I want you to do is see. So far, we started with a circuit, how to go for equivalent, AC equivalent, how to replace transistor by H parameter model, and analyze. We have done. Now I will give you one new circuit. I want all of you to take pen, paper, analyze. Start analyzing. Okay, start analyzing. Right? Okay. So it is like this. Suppose you are playing, say, cricket. Right? You practice with your friends. Once you practice with your friends, what you do? You take up some other. When you go to match, you are not facing the same bowler, different bowler. But you go and dominate, isn't it? You go and score century, right? With confidence. The same thing is expected here. We analyzed one circuit. This is like a practice. Now confidently go, same rules, right? Hit 6. Okay. Confidently take up. I'm showing you a new circuit. Just analyze it confidently. Process is the same. It may appear difficult, but it is very easy. Okay. You see the circuit looks very big, looks difficult. It's not difficult, right? Carefully, step by step, you do the process. It is very easy. So yeah, please take pen, paper, draw, analyze this circuit. Okay, analyze this circuit. Let me give a brief of this. Previous circuit was cascode amplifier, cascode connection. This is cascade connection. Cascade because output of one stage is connected as input to the other stage. common emitter because emitter is grounded, common collector because collector is right. VCC for AC point of view, it is like ground, no changing signal, constant signal. Constant signal for AC point of view, it is ground. So it is as if collector is grounded, emitter is grounded, as if collector is grounded, common emitter, common collector, amplifier, common emitter, common collector, amplifier. Okay. Yeah. So this is the circuit. Okay. I told you why it is common emitter, why it is common collector, right? So please analyze this circuit. Please draw the first step, draw the AC equivalent. Draw the AC equivalents. Okay. See, coming to our subject, pen, paper or pen, notebook practice. Pen, notebook practice. Pen, notebook practice. Then it becomes very easy, right? Okay. Isn't it? You are playing cricket, suppose. You practice well, you play well. You don't practice, right? Then opposition will dominate you. It is the same with this subject. You practice, you get through. Okay. So enjoy practicing circuits. Okay. So what will be the AC equivalent? I want answers. I have already have it here. First is Vs, Rs, transistor as it is. Rules for AC equivalent is capacitor replaced by short circuit, VCC replaced by ground. Okay, no capacitors. Very good, no problem. Only one thing, VCC replaced by ground. Okay. So when I do that, what is this? This part Vs, Rs, transistor as it is. Okay. So Vs, Rs, transistor as it is. Right. Vs, Rs, Q1 as it is. Vs, Rs, Q1 as it is. Here Vs, either I can represent it like this or I can represent it as a voltage source, one and the same. Okay, one and the same. Next, from this point, RC1, where I should draw? Anybody answer? RC1, from this point, it should go to what? What?
Ground, sir.
Very good. Okay. So RC1 will come from this terminal, which is collector of Q1, collector of Q1 to ground. So RC1 from collector of Q1 to ground. Okay. Next, this collector is connected to base of second transistor. Collector of first transistor connected to base of second transistor. Okay. Next, collector connected to what? Collector of second transistor connected to,
Ground.
very good, ground. Collector of here, see, collector is this one, no arrow, arrow in emitter. So collector is this. Collector connected to ground. Emitter, we have RE2. Emitter RE2. That's it. Now replace transistor by approximate H parameter model, apply KCL, KVL, same process, repeat. That will be the circuit. Please try. I repeat, please try. Okay. We will continue. This will be the equivalent circuit. We will continue in the next class. Very easy, very interesting, nothing to worry, just play. Okay. See, if you play cricket,